Hello, beautifuls. It is Cream. I am you had to excuse my bad audio, but I think that I am here with a series. Let me give a few disclaimers about I want to give a few disclaimers about the series, and I want to explain what it's gonna be in this video, and then moving on, I will start doing the series. So the series is on grief. Black women, we must take our L and go. Okay? Um we must take our L and go, right? And I'm sorry, you know, to black women specifically, this video is probably going to be for fence sitters, right? And I don't mind doing the work of fence sitters over here, right? This channel is not a channel for specifically divested content, right? So fence sitting black women who on the fence because I've been there, right? We've all been there. There are some, I guess, some of us woke up like this, but a lot of us had to go through a process to get here, and that process was filled with grief, right? Um, and hurt and pain, and I want to be very vulnerable in this series, right? I want us to get honest about how we exist as black women, specifically African American women, and African American women are existing. I'm ready to draw the fucking line in the sand. Another one, right? That's what the fuck I'm good for. But African American women are existing unlike any other woman on earth, and it's because she has always existed unlike any other woman on earth, right? Um, and that gets further into the African American woman's history of being descended from a bloodline of matriarchal women, right? And most black women, well, not most black women, but most women in general, do not come from a true matriarchal bloodline, but we do. um, and that puts the onus of everything on us. And at this point, I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with that. I'm willing to accept my L's. I'm willing to take my L's and go. And I want to help other black women, take your L and let's go. Like let us gather. Look, listen, sis. So to my fence sitting sisters, listen. Let us gather what's left, right? And as I said, this is going to be a vulnerable series, right? Um, and I do vulnerable work here, right? I tell ladies about my personal life, the L's that I have taken, and how I have been able to bounce back from them. So to my fencing sisters, listen, let us take our L, right? Let us look at the loss that we are suffering from, right? Let us accept it. Let us go through our stages of grief, right? Let us accept it, and then let's meet on the other side. Let us be women alone. Let us lick, let us lick our wounds or whatever they may be. Just as long as it ain't no fucking done, sis. You got to leave him. You got to leave him. Bring your daughters though. But the Thuns, you got to leave them with their fathers. Sorry. But let us get to the other side. Let us lick our wounds and let us try to heal each other and move the fuck on. This is so necessary for black women that I think that it is us being able to take our L and go is the most important thing that we have to do as black women. And it's something that we are struggling with. Um, I be on Clubhouse a lot, listening. I had a room scheduled for last night. Well, it's tonight, but I'm not doing it. I decided to come here instead, right? But we'll make this video instead, but I won't post it until Saturday. So happy Saturday, ladies. But as I'm on Clubhouse, I'm realizing that black women are not grieving, right? And I went to grief counseling, me and my daughter, after my mother transitioned, and it was a very, very hard pill to swallow, right? The loss of my mother, and just loss in general. It's very, very hard. But on Clubhouse specifically, it's kind of like it's like a echo chamber of Black women not dealing with our loss, right? And I kind of get fed up with it, right? Because it's different over here when I'm on my YouTube channel, because I know that the women here are fence sitting, right? I know y'all fence sitting. I know. I'm cool with it, sis. I am not a fence sitter basher, right? Um, and I'm not, because I've been a fence sitter, right? I sat on the fence and I, weeble wobbled, and I thought about, the loss that I had to take. I took it in my body like somehow it was my fault, right? That somehow it was my fault. And then I, of course, went through the 5 stages of grief, and I often, and the 5 stages of grief is not linear, right? And I want to, shout out the lady who brought up grief, in my Discord, because you actually triggered these thoughts in me, along with the other ladies. You ladies are just, magnificent, every single one of you. But we're cycling through these stages of grief, and it's not linear. Sometimes I will be in my car and I'll be riding down, the street, and I'll see a Black girl, right? Fucking 17 years old with a baby, pregnant, and a fucking grown ass ape with her. And I'm upset at niggas all over again. Like, I'm in my car. Like, listen, I ain't been with a nigga in years. Don't my daughter is grown, so I don't really have to deal with her father like that. Like, that is that's a bit behind me, now that my daughter is grown, right? But that anger, when I see something like that, it hits me right in the pit of my stomach. Again, I'm upset all fucking over again. I'm fucking furious about it, and I hate that nigga that she's standing next to, just like I hate my daughter's father and I hate all the rest of the niggas, right? Because I know that I know the life of this girl, right? I'm looking at this 17-year-old girl, and I know that the life that she's about to live, and I'm fucking furious about it again, right? So we're cycling through these stages of grief, right? And I'm just watching it on Clubhouse. I'm watching it on Clubhouse, y'all. I'm watching it very, 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 very. What is the word I want to say? Disheartened, right? Because I'm just thinking, like, it's one thing for the fence sitting sisters, right? Because if you've been a fence sitting sister and you had any sense, you sat with this shit, on your own. You sat and you journaled and you did the self work on your own. Damn it, right? You might have came to YouTube, watch some videos. You might have did some fucking reading. You might have did some journaling, some meditating. But for the most part, you had sense enough to not put yourself in a position to try to um have other Black women cycle through it, right? Um, and the reason why you did that is because you were being responsible, right? Because you knew that there was a chance that you were biased in some of your opinions. You hadn't come to the final stage of grief, which is acceptance, and that's the taking our L and going, right? And I'm on Clubhouse and I'm watching Black women not able to take this L and go. And I know if you're not a fence sitter, you're like, this ain't no fucking L for me, right? This is not no fucking L for me, Prima. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? But here in this series, we're going to be very, very vulnerable, right? We're going to be very, very honest, and we're going to be very, very transparent, right? And for those of us that did not just wake up like this, right? To those of us who did not just, decide that we were going, from day one, that we were never really gonna be immersed in Blackistan. We were never gonna give a fuck about Black culture. We were never gonna give a fuck about Blackness and Black males. Like, we just never was gonna do that. And that's the overwhelming majority of us, right? We did not wake up like this, right? This took some time, and this took some work, and this took a lot of investment of ourselves, our identity, and in some cases our womanhood, right? And these kind of investments, when it's time to go, right, to just take our L and go, it does feel like a loss. It does. It feels like a loss, right? And what I see a lot of on Clubhouse is a lot of bargaining, right? Because these women have not gotten to the stage of acceptance. So, what I'm seeing is a lot of bargaining, which is one of the stages of grief, all over Clubhouse. And I'm just like, I remember bargaining. A moment of transparency, right? I remember bargaining as I'm watching um black women bargain, right? I'm watching black women try to figure out how they can get these niggas to behave, how they can get these niggas to love them again, or to love them at all, right? Or to force them to be patriarchal. um and I'm just watching, and I'm watching them being led by patriarchal women, right? And that's something that's really burning me up. For African American women who are not patriarchal, right? It's just not in us to be patriarchal. We are matriarchal women. And it took me a long time of fucking watching women on Clubhouse and allowing them to speak, right? Allowing black women to speak. And when I say black women means African American women, do not be confused when someone says black women, and do not let them pull no fucking wool over your eyes. Like when they say black women, we're specifically talking about African American women, unless you are African American. Okay? So if you're African American woman and you're saying black women, you could possibly be talking about the Black Woman Collective. But anybody else that says black women, they talking about us. Right? Okay? Let's be clear there. They talking about us, right? Even if it's another Negro woman and she says black woman, she's talking specifically about us. So let's be clear there. So as I'm watching African American women be led by non-African American black women, who are patriarchal, these women are younger than us. Um, and some of this is going to get a bit esoteric, but this is an esoteric channel, right? And I used to think that all Negro women, right, all black women across the globe were matriarchal women, right? That we came from matriarchs, that we were the original women on earth. And then even if we were not the original women on earth, that we were the daughters of those original women. And we remember matriarchy, right? It's in our spirit, it's in our souls. That's why African American women lead their homes. That's why we lead the community. And it's because we're matriarchal, right? Um, but as I begin to, sit high, look low, and watch other black women and allow them to speak, right? And allow them to make room for their leaders to speak, right? And their leaders are black males. Their leaders are black males. I realized, oh my gosh, this is a daughter of a patriarchy. I'm literally sitting in rooms listening to non-African American black women speak, and I'm like, this woman is a daughter of a patriarchy. And it's hitting me like a ton of bricks as these women are leading African American women who are daughters of a matriarchy, right? And it's because African American women can listen to the voice of a black woman, right? If it's a black woman and she's powerful and she's teaching, African American women can listen to that because, right, the niggles might not be able to fool us, you know, but another black woman can, because we assume that all black women are, or all Negro women are matriarchal, and it's not true. A lot of these women are daughters of the fucking patriarchy, and when they come into spaces to lead black women, African American women, they're leading from a patriarchal view, which is beneath us. Like, let's just be honest, it's beneath us. We're not daughters of a patriarchal society. We don't know how to be daughters of a patriarchal society. And when you come into spaces with African American women, for some of us, it just does not sit right with our soul. It just doesn't sit right with our soul, right? And a lot of that is going on Clubhouse, and these women are in a are want to of course bargain with the patriarchy. They're daughters of the patriarch, right? So we kind of get stuck as African American women in bargaining, right? And um and because we're getting stuck in bargaining, it's just truly disheartening to me. Um it's truly disheartening to me. It's gotten me so down over the past week, like you would not believe, right? But anyhow, I want to get into these 5 stages of grief for Black women and help us through them. So, the 5 stages of grief for Black women is denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, right? And I'll do a video on each of them, and those videos will be let us take our L and go, right? But for this video, I wanted to explain the L, right? I wanted us to explain the L, and to live in it, right? And for those Black women who may be beyond this, right? Who may be beyond this, who may not want to be honest about this, right? Um, you know, you may disagree, but I'm here to be vulnerable with Black women, and to be transparent, and to allow us the space to be. And if we're all here lying, if we're all here lying and no one is willing to tell the truth, then it allows Black women to hide a little bit longer. And we don't have the time. As a wise woman says, this is the fucking final hour. Okay? This is it. This is the final hour. The final hour, now or never, do or die, you or them, right? Um, so we don't have time to just pretend anymore. So yes, we're taking an L. Yes, Black women, we're taking an L. After you have invested your identity, right? Your identity as a Black woman, as being Black, and being connected to Blackness, your womanhood, your money, your pocketbook, your womb. You have invested everything into this community, and now you're realizing that it fucking hates you and wants you fucking dead, and it's time to go. You're suffering a huge loss. A huge loss. I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I made a video a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, telling Black women we have to take our L and go. And I mean it. We have to take our L, and it's heavy, you know. It's heavy, and it's hurtful, and it's for of course forcing us, as we have always been, to exist unlike anybody else on earth. African American women, it's forcing us to exist unlike everybody else. And I want to offer Black women the safe space to know, as I have said several times, that it's truly not you, right? Everybody else is existing in the same way, but you are forced to exist different. And it's because we always existed differently. But one of the things that people say when Black women are talking about dating out, right? Because we're still straight women, even though we are matriarchal. We live in a patriarchal society, and some of us like men, right? So when we're starting to consider dating out, one of the things that we always hear is that white men prefer their own race. Duh. Everyone prefers their own race, sis. you even prefer your own race, right? Are you dead, right? Let us be honest here. This is why I said this is going to be a very vulnerable and a very, very honest video, right? And these videos will be, because we need to deal with the facts of the matter, so that we can move on properly, so that we can take our L and go as gracefully as possible, right? So I want to offer you comfort as you sit on the fence and you looking at the apes. When you really get off of the fence, you realize that the apes and their attractiveness definitely dwindles when you compare them to truly patriarchal men, right? You realize that their attractiveness, or what you are attracted to, was just really glamour. you know Glamour spells. But as look at the apes, if you're willing, you're getting ready to um transition and you're taking your big old L, you got it in your pocketbook, regardless of what it is, if it's, how you physically look, right? That was rejected in Blackistan. If it's a couple of fucking kids, don't bring them fucking sons. Listen, black women that's on the fence, if you got fucking sons, you need to figure out how to leave him as you transition over the fence. Okay. Bring your daughters, right? Bring your daughters. They're welcome. They're welcome. Once you cross over, bring your daughters. It don't matter if you got 5 of them. Bring the daughters. But if you got fucking 10 of them, bring the daughters, right? But them fucking thuns, if you got one fucking thun, sis, leave him, okay? Take him to his father's house, his grandfather's house. If your mother's a mother of thuns, leave him there. I done said this a million times, black women. That's what you got to do. But if you decide to cross the fence, you're looking at your loss, and one of your loss is in dating, right? And as everybody says, oh well, white males prefer. If you got any sense, if you got any sense, and you're deciding to date out, you're deciding to date the whites. You're deciding to date the whites. As a wise crone told me, listen, all the rest of the men on earth are chasing the white male down, trying to be him. So if you got any sense, you're hitting on over the white males, and everybody's like, oh well, they prefer their own women. Everyone prefers their own race, sis. Everyone prefers their own race. That's normal. This is normal. This is something, I'm telling this to big grown women, but I'm also having this conversation with my daughter, and I'm letting her know that how she feels is she has to take her small L, right? Because, I didn't allow her to invest too much into Blackistan, right? So, she has to take her small L, which is her physical features that, the niggas don't like. You know, that's it. That's about the L that she and that she has to deal with the fact that, the fact that niggas just don't like her, right? But as she's transitioning, right, and as all of us transition, right, we had to deal with the fact that everybody does like their and prefer their own race. I know white males do. If you ever meet a white male who is talking to you and telling you how horrible white women are, sis, run the other way. Sis, run the other way. Even if he thinks it, he should not be saying it. And not only that, you shouldn't be saying it. We know that listen, this is why we come here. This is why we gather here. We gather here to talk about this because we're not going to be talking about this, with Brad. Although we're not going to allow him to be too liberal, right? But we're surely not going to be talking about divestment and our transition out of Blackistan with fucking white males. No, right? This is what sisterhood is for, right? This is what we talk to our sistering about. But anyhow, everybody prefers their own. The white men prefer white women. I know that the apes will have you believe that white women prefer them, but any self-respecting white woman is preferring white males. The Asians are preferring each other. The Indians prefer each other, the Arabs prefer each other, and then it's you as a black woman who prefers black males, and black males don't prefer you, right? That's what's happening. That's let us be honest about what's happening, right? Black males don't prefer you, and not only do they not prefer you, they are not decent partners and in the way that you need them to be as a black woman as a supreme woman in this realm, right? Dating black males, as I said in another video, is just will never be enough, right? That's a problem for us, right? Is that our own likeness just simply won't he won't meet the standard that you need him to meet as a woman to date. And then on top of that, he is abnormal because he does not prefer his own race of woman. And even if other males live in the standard of, white males patriarchy and white women are the best and the most attractive women, even if they live in that, right? Let's say that Asians believe that too, right? Because Asians do a lot of bleaching. You don't hear Asian men out here everywhere that he can be at talking. For one, they gotta work. For one, Asian men are trying to chase down white men. They're busy. They're not on they're not on YouTube and on podcasts talking all fucking day long because they're busy. They are patriarchal males that are trying to compete with other patriarchs. Okay? Meanwhile, these niggas are not. So they are online all day long talking about our hair, how big our noses are, how fat we are, and what else? What else are you talking? Oh, how dark we are, and how angry and how loud we are. That is what they do all day long. You do not hear Asians doing that. Even if they're even if the work of white supremacy has subconsciously put in Asian males' head or their brain that white women are the standard of beauty, you don't hear them bashing their own women. That is specific to black males. So that means that we are forced to live a different way, right? We are forced to live a certain way. For those of us who have not gotten to this conclusion, fence sitting sisters, you're being forced, right? It's not even if for no other reason, right? If for no other reason, we've had several conversations about how niggas just useless, right? And we'll get back into that after these fucking 5 stages of grief. I'll get back into how niggas is useless because they are becoming more and more useless, right? But if we're not gonna consider the fact that they're useless, what we should consider is the fact that he is forcing you to consider other options due to how harsh and how harmful he is to you as a black woman, right? And because we're matriarchal women, we're gonna take it in our body, okay, right? We're gonna take our L. Take your L, sis. All right. All the rest of the women get to date their own. They get to, prefer their own out loud. Or not even out loud. Like only black women even do that, right? It's just a known fact. It's just a known fact that they all do. But black women have to overperform because the apes don't fucking like us. And when I say us, and when I'm getting into this kind of talk that usually I don't do, it's because I really want for African American women to understand that we do exist differently, and because we exist differently, we have to move differently. We have to move differently. Um, so there is a L, or we do feel like no, there is a L in the fact that black women are being forced to date out. Um, if we're not gonna talk, if we're gonna talk on a surface level, and just the fact that everybody else gets to prefer their own and be with their own if that's what they want to do, black women can't do that because the black males have deemed you unworthy, right? And um that's the L that we're struggling with taking, right? That's the L that we're struggling with taking, but it's one we have to take, sis. And I know that this is harsh. I know that this is harsh. These are things that black women don't want to talk about. But god damn it, we have to talk about it because if we don't, we're gonna keep on um listening to fucking African women tell us that these niggas was kings. And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not listening to no fucking African woman keep on telling me these niggas was kings. I don't give a fuck, sis. They was kings to you. They was never kings to me. They was never kings to me, and they was never kings to my tribe, okay? And that of course we can get into that conversation a little bit later. But right now we just want to deal with the fact that everybody is preferring their own race except for niggas, and as a result, it's forcing us to take a L and to go. And let us just take it. That's one, okay? That's the one L we just gonna have to take. All right? We're gonna deal with all our losses. We're gonna put them all on the table right now so that we know what the fuck we are grieving from, okay? Your pocketbook, sis. Your pocketbook. God damn it. Listen, the L of these niggas, if and when it showed up for me, it was in raising my daughter alone. My mother, she forced me as a matriarchal woman, right? As a African American woman, who came from a bloodline of matriarchal women. Um, she forced me, my mother did not let me live in that L for long as I was, crying to her at 17, 18, 19. Well, it had to be 19, 20, 21 because that was when I started taking care of my daughter by myself financially. And I'm crying to her about, how I'm a single mother and, I had to do everything and the money ain't right and I'm poor as fuck. And, and here I am poor with this baby on my hip and this nigga not doing nothing. And my mother looked me right in my eyes and she said, it does not matter what he does or does not do. You still have to mother her. Okay? It did not matter. It didn't matter. Black women here who have, children, daughters specifically, this is an L. This shit hurt. Listen, let me tell you what my mother told me. It does not matter what this nigga do. You have to still mother your children, right? You have to still do what is best for your children, right? And if it's a son, I done told y'all several times what to do with his ass. But for your daughters, you have to figure out a way to mother her and mother her well. The world is waiting to eat her up, okay? And it does not. You gave birth to her. You did not abort her. You brought her into this realm, and you're responsible for her. Okay, this is this is all that my mother meant. Okay, and that nigga gonna be out. Take your L and go. Right. So anyway, that's how that L showed up. But this is a heavy one. That fucking pocketbook L. As a black woman, all the money that you have invested into the black community, right? To the black women here who are mules, who mule for your family. You didn't invested so much money. You didn't put, money into your nieces and your nephews and your little cousins and your aunts and your uncles. You just put money, just fed money into Blackistan and to get no return on that investment. Sis, it's an L that you have to take and we have to move on. Okay? Okay? These niggas have been saying for weeks that we are only, for years that we only got $5 net worth. Okay, let us take our $5 net worth and our L and figure out moving forward what we do from here, right? Because black women gonna make money. Black women make money. It's the money that you have invested into the community, right? The money that you have invested into your family that makes you broke, right? So if you're realizing with a fucking empty pocketbook, a dry fucking pocketbook, sis, that you and I god damn it, I took all these fucking L's. Now I'm thinking about it. I done took all these L's. And this is literally where I ended up. Sitting on my bed, fucking my daughter's away at college and I'm boohoo crying about the fucking debt that I was in. That I could not see any fucking way out of. That I even decided that if my daughter's father did his part financially, okay, if the nigga never showed up, fine. But if he would have did his part financially, I would have never ended up in this much fucking debt. Right? So as I'm sitting and I'm crying about the financial debt that I'm in, right? I had to figure out that I had to figure out a way out of it, right? Take that out and go. Sis, with your empty pocketbook, listen, women alone, African American women alone, have the power to make money. All right? Ask around, ask the United States of America around. How, where's this spending power coming from? It's coming from black women. We got it. We got it, sis. The problem is that we've invested too much money into the community. We've invested too much money into our family. Take your empty pocketbook, okay? Your degree, your certificates, your GED. If you don't have a fucking GED, take your fucking intelligence, right? And your empty pocketbook and fill it with your L and go. Fill it with your L and go. All right? Let us take our L and go. Okay? And then the final way that we have to, take our L and go, it's of course the black the black male. It is, what we invested into the community and into black people. And then finally it's the L of being alone and being a woman on your own. Because no other woman has to exist like this in a patriarchal society, right? In a patriarchal society, women are in some kind of ways shielded and protected and taken care of, right? um you have to figure out that, first of all, the black males are never going to do that for you. It does not matter how much you sit on Clubhouse. Listen to me clearly. That's a clap to like clear out the fucking demons that may be around you, okay? that that have you, feeling like it's no fucking way out. Listen, sis. If I had a bell, if I was near my bell right now, my cowbell, I would ring it for you to fucking clear away the fucking demons that you let inside of your house when you bought that fucking demoness book and you listen to that fucking demon on Clubhouse all fucking day and all of her supporters, okay? The males are never going to save you, okay? Black males are never going to save you. It's never going to happen. For one, those are the stories of patriarchal women. By this time, these stories that are written about kings and all that shit, by this time, all of your mother's temples had already been burned to the fucking ground and hidden and never to be fucking found again. We gotta sit in circles as black women and meditate and talk to even remember it. Right? So, you know that these women, they never experienced an existence like yours, right? So when they come into spaces and they tell you that black males don't hold up their end of the patriarchy, right? And they basically try to force you to sit around and, fucking virtue signal to black males to behave and to be good and to love us and to take care of us and to provide for us and to build infrastructure and to be kings again. Okay? When we sit around all fucking day long and we expect this, right? It's giving some kind of, it's offering some kind of hope that, we will be saved. Sis, take your L and go. That's never gonna happen. That's never going to happen. What you can do is hop your ass over the fence, right? Go into the folds of the fucking patriarchal society, right? And to decide what is best for you moving on, right? You're never going to be able to guilt black males into behaving, especially as an African American woman. It's just not for you. It's not for you. Maybe them African women, I'm not sure about the Caribbeans at this point. The Caribbean women, maybe, I don't fucking know. If you're a Caribbean woman and you listen here, sis, what's your soul saying? What your soul saying? Comment. If you think that the niggas have been patriarchs, please let us know, because we don't know about you yet. We're confused. But for sure, those African women who are talking that fucking king talk, those are daughters of the fucking patriarchy, right? And those women, because they gonna ride for their patriarchal males. They're going to ride for their tribes. It is not, when we get into these xenophobic wars, when we get down to the bottom of it, and black women are insulting each other and trashing each other, I always see it as it is. It is black women contending for their tribes, right? And usually I see African American women in these ciphers that we are all in, right? Because it's getting to be a fucking it's getting to be an echo chamber. I'll see the African American women starting off trying to be sisterly, right? And it's because we think that they exist like we do, but they really don't. They're daughters of the fucking patriarchy. They don't remember a time without males. They don't remember it, sis. You're wasting your fucking time, right? You never existed that way. So I don't even know if that's really an L at this point, because you never existed that way, but if you feel like it, right? If you feel like black male should come and save you, if you feel like the community should uphold you, well, it is an L, because if you're a matriarch, and your community finds no value in you, and your community deems you as worthless, that's a major fucking L, right? So, sis, let us just take our L and go, okay? Let us take our L and go, and we're going to get deeper into this conversation in the upcoming weeks. I am now very very busy in my life, very very busy, and I'm trying to stay connected to black women as much as I can. Um so what I will do is try to do a video a week, and I will go through the 5 stages of grief, and I will be very very vulnerable, right? I'll be very very honest. I will be very very transparent about how we're existing in these 5 stages of grief, how we are in denial, right? As I said, how we cycle in out of anger. You know, I gave you a prime example of how it shows up for me. Um, as we let the African queen lead the bargaining mission, um, lead us in bargaining. Um, how we are ending up depressed, and then finally, how we just accept it, take our L, and move on. So I hope that you ladies enjoyed this video. I guess it was just an intro to this series that I'm going to do. If this if this hurt any black women, um it, which is never ever ever my intention. um Never my intention. I truly, nothing in me wants to harm black women. So if this hurt you in any way, if it hit you in a way that was, hurtful, um, African American women, you're just glorious. You know, if you really understood, how you existed in this realm, nothing is really a L for us. Any L's that we feel like we live in, we can overcome them. Um, and we can figure it out, together on the other side of this fucking fence we're sitting on. On the other side of this fence that we're sitting on as black women, we can figure it out together. But we must get over the fence. And I do hope that these videos in this series help us over it. Um, I don't want black women to feel hopeless, right? Because the truth is that you were here first, that you were here on this earth first, right? Specifically African American women. And as the good book says, sis, you are the Alpha and Omega. You will be here in the end. Um, a few of us. A few of us, right? Not a few, but a whole lot of us, but not all of us. Not all of us are gonna make it. And I'm realizing that, right? I'm realizing that even in the divested circles, that a lot of those women are not gonna make it. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but for those of us that want to make it, there is hope for us, right? I don't want black women to feel hopeless. Um, so I'll close this video with saying we will take our L's, right? Everybody got to take L's, black women. We got a couple to take. So we're going to take our L's, and we're just going to go. We're just going to go. I think that if we just accepted, if we got to the acceptance, even though we may go back, we may of course go back to that anger stage. God damn it, I tell you, I go back and visit that one every now and again. These niggas make me upset all over again. I do want to point out to anyone who needs to hear it. To any black woman, you know what? I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it because I'm already drawing enough lines in the sand. Um, and let me say this to African women who are here listening to me, or Caribbean women who are here listening to me. Those original women had traveled all over the planet Earth, right? By the time, the patriarchal women got here. By the time the apes got here, by the time that the apes got here, and by the time that they started to rule and have their kingdoms, um, and birth daughters of their patriarchy. We had traveled the entire earth. So if you are African woman who is here, or you are a Caribbean woman who is here and who felt like, damn, Frame just threw the baby out with the bathwater. No, I do understand that there are African women and Caribbean women who of course are matriarchal and who come from matriarchal lines, right? But you know, uh, uh, a lot did not. Okay, a whole fucking lot did not. Um, and that's why you probably won't find many sistren over here, right? And not even only that. If I'm saying that African American women are the daughters of the matriarchy, a lot of them have tossed it out, and they and they have decided to be patriarchal women. They love their thuns over here. African American women love they fucking thuns. Okay, so yeah, they decided to, of course, to steal what was our daughters and give it to they fucking dirty ass thuns. So yeah, they decided to do that. So it is of course patriarchal women that are African American women. When we get to the finish line, right, and it's not today, it's a long ways from today. It won't. It will not be a great number of black women. Black women are willing to die for black males, and black males are dead. I'm laughing, but black males are dead. I mean, we can find comfort if you a black woman who love an ape, you know, and we all do. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the truth of that, right? Just about every black woman loves an ape. It's the truth, okay? We're not like, let's just let us just be honest, and let us just be vulnerable, and let us just be, some of us have been in positions where we can disconnect quite easily, right? My father's half dead. My father is half dead, okay? And to those of us that's in that position, and you got brothers and you got cousins, and you might got a son out here. Um, to those of us who are love eight, they not dying today. You can live in you can find comfort in the fact that the apes that you love, they not gonna die today. Okay, like when I say these apes are dead, man, I don't mean they did today. It takes some time, but they as good as fucking gone. Okay, so you know, um, you don't have to deal with that with that today as black women, right? Um, when I say that black males are dead, I just mean in general, right? You don't have to think that your little nephew is dead today. He might live out his whole life abusing and terrorizing black women. Okay, my nephew, auntie's baby, he's going to, live out his he may live out his whole life not abusing black women, but being abusive to being abusive to women. And it don't necessarily mean that he gonna die today. So you don't have to feel that way as a black woman. But your separation from them is necessary now, so that if you have daughters, they don't have to deal with it, right? They don't have to deal with the feelings that you have and your connection to your favorite apes, right? But anyway, we'll get into these kind of conversations moving forward, right? As black women, we're going to be honest and we're going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to be transparent in some ways that I may not have been before. Um, I'm going to tell you, how these stages looked for me, specifically the bargaining stage. Because as I'm hearing all of these black women on Clubhouse bargaining, I'm like, oh my goodness, I did that for years. For years. For years, I was out here trying to have an ape see my humanity as a black woman, and he could not see it. But yes, we will get into these, how this showed up in my life and how it's showing up for black women, and how we get past it. We gotta do some fucking work around here as black women. Um, so that's all. I dragged on a couple more minutes if you was feeling bad to like give you some hope, black women. I don't want black women to live in a sense of hopelessness. Okay? Those of us who, there is a better for those of us who want it. But first we gotta just take our L's. All right. So anyhow, that's all I got this Saturday. Love you, ladies. I hope that you enjoy.